Hi guys, Dark Aperture here, and today I'm back with an AR game PC build. Now this build is a little different from most builds at this price range, but you might see some minor differences. Many parts are the same as well, but no big deal. Just look at the parts list and we'll move on to the actual build. Did have to make a little bit of sacrifices. So, alright, that's enough. Let's move on. Now for the processor, with the AMD Phenom 2 X4 965 Black Edition. Now, don't worry, this processor is still powerful enough to handle a Raidenchi 7950. It's just a plain powerful quad core. It'll overclock without putting up any argument, and everyone loves it. Unless you're a hardcore Android fanboy. Pretty much everyone loves the Phenom 2 965. Just like the budget, just like what you see in a lot of budget builders parts lists, because it's just that good. It just holds up so well. It beats some AMD's newer processors, for God's sake. And it's only $90 right now, a Newegg. That's pretty awesome. Now for the liquid cooler, other words CPU cooler, I want to have something that I've rarely seen anyone else go with, the Corsair H55. Now this is a quad style cooler, as in it should run very quiet. I looked at some benchmarks and I was surprised. It does beat the Hyper 212 Evo by 5 degrees or so, which is significant in overclocking terms. And it's just a very good quality cooler, even if it's meant for a budget builder. All for $65. This is liquid cooling on the cheap end, yet not exactly a cheap built liquid cooler, which is pretty nice. It also helps noting that some competitors' more expensive liquid coolers don't perform as well. Now for the RAM, I will have 8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance DDR3 1600. I know G.Skill makes the best RAM, but this RAM's just plain good. It's good enough for my taste. You don't really need the world's best RAM. This RAM's 8 gigs of DDR3 1600. I won't fail you. And 1600 MHz RAM is still pretty fast. And the black color scheme, if you haven't caught on already, is going to go with a lot of stuff in this build. All for $60. Now for the motherboard, I will have an ASRock 970 Pro 3. It continues that black aesthetic. It has everything you need in ports. It's got some pretty solid quality, and the price is excellent. That's pretty much all. It's for $80 right now, so that's a pretty good deal. Now, for the graphics card, I went for Sapphire Radiant-Chi 7950. This is the 3GB version. It's pretty powerful for a build of such a price. This is what's going to allow you to max the latest games with ease. It can, if you overclock it really well, you could beat a reference GTX 670, which is pretty interesting considering the $100 price cap. It's also got 3 gigs of GDDR5, which is more than what's in the 670, which is only 2 gigs. 770 also has that same issue. Now this is a $310 graphics card, and it's pretty fine. Sorry for that audio spike. It's pretty fine for what it is. Now, for the hard drive, I went for 500GB Caviar Blue. Sure, that's a bit low for this build, and there is no SSD, but I did this so I could cram in some more powerful stuff for the core components of this build, the CPU and GPU. If I wanted to get another 1TB drive and SSD, I'd have to go with like a Pentium G2 2020 and a 7870 or something, and I didn't consider it worth it to make those sacrifices, especially when you just have a game build. 7200 RPM is plenty fast anyway. $60, that's good. Now, for the power supply, I'm going to have a Corsair CX600. Some people might consider this too small for this build, but it's not, believe me. This will power this build quite fine. A light overclock, it'll be able to handle light overclock, do not worry. This thing will be able to power this whole build and not explode. which is something you don't want your power supply to do since it can short out other components. It also helps this is a high quality power supply and it's $60 too. Alright, now ain't nobody got time for the optical drive, $20 ASUS DVD burner. Now for the case, I put two options, and this is based on preference. You could go with the Cooler Master Half 912 or the Corsair Carbide 200R. I'm leaning towards the Carbide 200R. The Half 912 seems to only have USB 2 since it's missing that blue thing, and while it does have a cooler look, it doesn't feel. From these images, I can't really see. I can see a build quality improvement in the Corsair, and it seems to have better airflow. Also, Corsair is that removable back plate. Once you take the other side case off, the other side panel off, there's a beach panel to take off, so I can just quickly insert a new mounting bracket for a new cooler, which I'm pretty sure this Cooler Master case doesn't have. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, it's just a matter of preference. You could go with either one. It's $60. I personally think the 200R would be a better option, though the Half 912 does look cooler. I'll say it right now, I'm not going to defend Corsair on this. This design is a bit generic compared to this one. But hey, it's not about the looks, it's about the performance, right? Now anyway, the total price of this build is $805. Oh my god, it's $5 over budget. Well, here's $5 more. Just build the system. Goodbye guys, subscribe to Dark Aperture if you like this build, and goodbye.